Next stop for Alex Eala, conquering the Guangzhou Open WTA 250 Showdown. Alexander. Eala sat quietly in the back of a van, winding through the bustling streets of Guangzhou, China. The rhythmic hum of the city outside contrasted sharply with a focused silence inside. Neon lights flickered past a window, their reflections painting fleeting colors. Across her face, blue, red, gold. It was late evening and the air smelled of rain and energy. The Guangzhou Open was just days away. The WTA 250 event had drawn an impressive lineup. Veterans chasing form, rising stars hungry for glory, and champions determined to protect their legacies. Alex knew she was stepping into a battlefield. Yet for her, it wasn't about fear. It was about proving that she belonged among the best. As her driver navigated through a sea of glowing signs and speeding scooters, Alex glanced at her phone screen. A notification from her coach popped up. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock a.m. warm-up, 8 a.m. baseline drills. Bring that eel of fire. She smiled faintly. The eel of fire. It was what her fans called her trademark. Spirit, that relentless heart on the sleeve intensity that defined her play. Style. But this time, Alex wasn't just relying on fire. She was bringing strategy, patience, and a renewed sense of belief. Lessons of the past. The past few months had been both triumphant and testing. Alex had fought through tough draws, battled exhaustion, and learned to balance the emotional roller coaster of professional tennis. In the previous WTA events, she'd faced heartbreak in a few close matches that could have gone either way. Those losses still stung, but they also sharpened her edge. She often replayed them in her mind during practice, not to punish herself, but to understand, to grow. Her coach, Carlos Molina, had reminded her after one particularly difficult defeat. Champions don't just play better, they learn faster. Alex took those words to heart. Every shot now carried more purpose. Every rally was a lesson learned. Every serve a statement of intent. And Guangzhou would be the ultimate test of how far she'd come. Arrival at the arena. The next morning, Alex stepped into the tournament complex. The sun was barely up, but the venue was alive. The sounds of bouncing balls, sneakers squeaking against court surfaces, and the occasional grunt from a player deep in focus. Guangzhou's center court shimmered under the early light, an arena of emerald green hardcourt surrounded by banners in Mandarin and English. As Alex began her warm-up, she felt a familiar rush of adrenaline, the first touch of the racket's grip, the clean pop of the ball on strings, the steady rhythm of footwork drills. She felt ready during her break. She scrolled through messages from fans around the world. Many were cheering her on, calling her the pride of the Philippines. Others sent short, powerful words. You got this, Alex. History is waiting. Play with heart. The winds will follow. Alex smiled. Her country's hopes always followed her, not as a burden, but as a source of pride. The draw. When the draw was announced, Alex's name sat in a challenging bracket. First round, a solid top 80. Player from Eastern Europe, known for her heavy serves. Possible quarterfinal. A rematch against a rival she'd narrowly lost earlier in the season. And waiting in the top half, a top 20 seed. The journalist called it trial by fire, but Alex wasn't fazed. She told her team quietly during dinner that night, if I want to be the best, I have to beat the best. So why not start now? Her team nodded, admiring her composure. The next morning, she would take the court not as an underdog chasing attention, but as a contender ready to earn it. The opening battle. The first match began. under the mid-morning sun. The air was humid, and every breath felt like inhaling heat. Her opponent, the tall and powerful Slovenian Katarina, wasted no time unleashing booming serves that echoed across the stands. But Alex was quick on her feet, her eyes laser focused. She read serves early, returning with precision. Her signature topspin forehand carved through the court like a blade. The first set was intense. Point after point, rally after rally. Alex led 5-4, serving. For the set, the crowd murmured in anticipation. She tossed the ball high. Her form perfect, her timing impeccable. Ace down the tee. 6-4. Eala in. The second set, her opponent fought back fiercely, but Alex's calm was unbreakable. Every time she looked frustrated, she'd take a deep breath, touch her necklace, a gift from her mother, and remind herself why she played for passion, for pride, for the love of the game. She closed the match with a forehand winner that painted the baseline. The crowd erupted. Her first step toward Guangzhou glory had begun. The rising storm. The second round brought a different challenge. A crafty veteran from Spain known for drop shots and unpredictability. This match wasn't about power. It was about patience and intelligence. The rally stretched long and grueling. The humid air clung to Alex's skin, sweat dripping into her eyes. Every point demanded mental focus. Midway through the match, Alex found herself trailing 2-5. She clenched her racket tighter, staring down at the court. Her coach called out softly from the sidelines, "Trust your timing. Find your rhythm." Alex inhaled deeply, then smiled. The next point, she changed her tactics, using angle shots, mixing slices with heavy topspin, breaking her opponent's rhythm. One by one, the games fell her way. In a stunning comeback, she won 7-6, 6-4. As she walked off the court, exhausted but triumphant, a reporter asked, "What keeps you calm in those tense moments?" The quarterfinal clash. The next challenge was personal. A rematch against Romania's Anka Dragomir, the player who had defeated Alex earlier in the year in a heartbreaking third set. Tiebreak, the afterglow. At the post-match ceremony, Alex stood with her runner-up trophy, smiling despite the exhaustion. Cameras flashed. Reporters called out questions, but she spoke only once into microphone. "I didn't win the title, but I won something just as important. Belief. The next time I'm here, I'll be ready to finish the job." The audience applauded, many standing in respect, reflections, and resolve. Later, that night, back in her room, Alex gazed out at the Guangzhou skyline. The city sparkled with life, a reflection of her own renewed spirit. She thought of her journey, the early mornings in Spain, the struggles, the small victories, the endless work that few ever saw. She opened her notebook and wrote, "Next stop, wherever the fight takes me. I'll keep showing up. I'll keep believing. One day, the trophy will be mine." Then she closed her notebook, smiled, and whispered, "Guangzhou, this is just beginning." Epilogue, the spark that grows. When Alex Eala left China the next morning, fans lined up at the airport, waving flags and posters. Some held signs that read, "Setback today, champion tomorrow." The heart of a warrior beats in Eala. As the plane ascended, the morning sun glowed across the clouds. Alex put on her headphones, leaned back, and smiled. She wasn't just chasing titles anymore. She was building a legacy. One match, one lesson, one dream at a time. And in the distance, another challenge awaited. Another court, another chance to conquer. Because for Alex Eala, the fight for greatness never ends. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next